Hey, I'm back. We're here. Fuck. This. My deck box. Anybody who wants to act. Yo, dude. Fuck my green screen up. This is a sick deck box I got as a gift. It used to have... It's somewhere. There was a life counter on here, on the top, but it, like... It wasn't, like, secured in. So, it was annoying. So, it used to have numbers, but honestly... Too annoying. But it's a really nice deck box. It was a nice gift from... I think my brother and my parents. I don't remember. But I use it now. Hold up. Well, I mean, it holds my Div Mizzet deck still, but it is on the shelf that supports my green screen. Fuck, that was loud. That was the remote, my air conditioner. That fell off my shelf. That also, my green, all the batteries and crap keep flying out. Anyway, what was I saying? It's my Niv Mizzet deck in there, and I. It's a messed up, but I think it's just my camera. Yeah. So, what are we gonna do today? I think we're just gonna play some regular old goblins. Oh, I don't even have Magic Online up. I was like doing a bunch of adjusting. I was thinking about playing this list, the Goblin Copter list from a while back. Oh, I'm also invisible. That's probably not good. Hold. Put a black sweatshirt on. Thinking about playing the Goblin Copter list, and then I realized everybody is playing Ledger Shredder, and Smuggler's Copter could not be any worse right now because everybody's playing Ledger Shredder. So I think I'm gonna just stick with regular old goblins. We'll see how many leagues I can tolerate today on this. Probably one, as usual. We're gonna stick with this weird chalice into not chalice, this weird Skirk Prospector into Blood Moon plan, because we haven't even fought a 4-color opponent yet. But when we do, I'm going to, you can, when we do, I'm going to mulligan to Blood Moon Skirk Prospector. So that's the goal. I can't forget that. So I haven't really been playing a ton of Modern lately. I've been playing Pioneer and Modern, like splitting it up. And I don't want to say Modern is boring or stale, because I think it's still the best format. I think it's still the best format, but Pioneer has had my attention, I'll say that. I like trying to brew in Pioneer, and I'm very bad at it. I haven't come up with any good decks. I have that black-white Oswald deck that I've been trying to mess around with, which, if you watched the stream, you saw that. Videos going up in like a day or two. I just split them up because they're two different formats and I didn't want to release them on the same day. This hand kind of sucks. You want to do unfair things in Modern in general. So I think all these hands have been garbage. Hopefully they mull to at least 6. So whoa, what is this? Nothing. This is a Hammer Time player, apparently, 25 days ago. How's it going, Rodeo-san? Good to see you. Gonna mull to something a little bit better. This is a little bit better. Direct Pashlik, and if it's hammer time, they probably don't have big creatures, although Mogwar Marshal is like exciting to block with. I don't have the luxury of keeping more than 5 cards. I'll just put Cavern on Goblin and pass the turn. Can't wait to get some more flash goblins. Just playing a little bit of... Yep, it is hammer time. So, Colossus Hammer on 1. Yeah, I was just going to say, usually implies a Pure Steel Paladin start. So, next turn, they're probably going to Pure Steel Paladin. Hopefully, for them, play a 0-drop. Hopefully for us, not do that. But the third land there is good because it means if we don't just straight up die next turn, which we could. Looks like they didn't draw the planes. You wouldn't do this if you didn't have a paladin in your hand. So this is their backup plan here. I will block. So they got Shadow Spear, which means we don't have a ton of time, which means I'm not going to attempt to kill any of this stuff. And we're just going to tell them, I know that you are a greedy, greedy hammer player. I'm going to make blue mana because I'm smarter than you. And I'm going to fetch my combo out of my deck. This is exactly the type of gameplay that I would hate in EDH. Somebody just every game, just tutor your combo piece. And I've been thinking about EDH lately too. I don't get a chance to play my Kiki deck. I really want to. Streamers out there, you're catching this. It doesn't have to be streamers. People looking to play EDH on stream that I know. How's it going, Bodingles? Trying to play EDH with me? Thank you for using those emotes. I love them. We'll chump whatever they can play the Shadow Spear, so I guess we're not going to chump. But they're also dead, so it doesn't matter what we do here. They're going to gain a shit ton of life, but they don't have 20 damage, so they're dead. My deck is not Orzhov Oswaldo. Thank you for warning me about that. I'm just going to export it. I've been trying to keep my Stream Decker clean, but now I realize it doesn't look clean. It looks out of date. They just conceded. So I'm just gonna upload this the fast way because it's the fastest way. Decks, upload new deck. Bam, black red goblins. Okay, and set as current. You can do that again if you want, or I can just post it in the chat. Thank you, Cobra, for... I think my EDH decks purposely suck. So don't feel bad. Blood Moon is like decent against these people, but not great. Oh, wait, why do I have... Oh, shit, I accidentally queued up with the Copter version? Okay, well, I was saying I was gonna play Copter, but it's really bad because of Ledger Shredder, but here we are. I think Fnatic is good in this matchup. So even though that should be main deck, I'm gonna pull it in. We're gonna take out the grindy Copter combo, and here we are. It's Goblin Copters. Let's adjust the title from regular goblins to Copter goblins. Well, I guess we're on Copter today. I didn't want to stream it, but we're gonna do it. We don't want these ringleaders necessarily. This is all good enough to fight them. Take out a Mogwar Marshal. I guess I have to upload a different deck than that because turns out I'm not on the deck I thought I was. So export. In just a second, you'll be able to do the Stream Decker command yet again and get my actual deck. And now it is updated. The 5-0 dump isn't ready. I don't think... honestly, if we run into Murktide, we're like really hamstring blue-red Shredder decks. We're just not gonna... We have a terrible matchup against them, and it's... I wouldn't build your deck that way. That's all I'll say. You guys all got baited by regular goblins. Myself included, though. I really didn't mean to do that. I was showing it, and I guess because it was like one of the last decks I showed, even though I had this one up, and I entered with this one recently, it went with the other one. Oh well. Fury and Trashmaster are probably good enough to win this game, especially with this Mogwar Marshal. I'm gonna keep. I don't know what hands they have that beat this necessarily. Probably not many. Now our combo is really slow, but I've seen plenty of Hammer players just concede to Trashmaster. It's strange that this is Hammer time. It's strange that I mulliganed to 5 in game 1 and I didn't see any of the cards that would indicate to me that this was the Copter version. That reveal came at such a crazy time. Thank you everybody for stopping by and hanging out. Pretty early in the stream to have basically any, so I do appreciate it. I always feel like I stream the first game or two alone. Man. See that little dot there? I hate to point it out. It's gonna bug me. That's better. No, it's not better. God. Now it's better. Oddworms can either be useless or amazing against them depending on their draw. It's busted either way though with Trashmaster. I mean, yeah, that's that statement goes for a lot of cards. I'm gonna... We need to draw lands. And I'm gonna slam this Mogwar Marshal on 2. When you say like depending on their draw, I understand what you mean. I also love Smuggler's Copter. I was very excited to make a deck with it. There's a lot of cards that function, you know, depending on their draw. It's very rare that... It's like greedy to expect your cards to just be great no matter what their hand looks like. You know what I mean? Like, Magic is a game with play and counterplay. So, if you can shut off like a large portion of their hands with a card, it's fair to call it good, you know? And other than Ink Moth draws and times where they get out Shadow Spear early, it's really good. But, you know, the Ink Moth draws on turn 2 and the Shadow Spear draws they're rare, and we have tools against them, so I leave as many Mogwar Marshals in as I can. I don't think I boarded one out. I did board one out. But yeah, it's good. I guess I'm just looking to do, you know, a lot of things in this matchup. But like, I don't mind, like, clearly I don't mind siding one out. It's not like your deck. Oh fuck. I don't think I can kill this thing. How do I beat them from here? Like, I can't even kill it. I guess I can Pashalik Mons? No, because it's or dying. I guess we just try to aggro them out. Which means I'm paying Echo on a 1/1. I don't want to do that. I'd rather just play Harbinger. I mean, let's just hope that they kill us fast. Oh, you can evoke Fury and it stays? I don't think that's true. Evoke sets up a delayed trigger. I don't think that it triggers on ETB. Feels like it's not the creature entering the battlefield that causes it. That's so weird. I gotta read evoke. Gatherer Fury? I would have played it had I realized that. Of course, you divide the damage. If some targets are legal, determine the soul. If you pay the evoke cost, you can have the creature's own triggered ability resolved before the evoke triggered ability. Notice they say the evoke triggered ability because it's not an ETB trigger. I'm not expecting that is correct. I believe it works the way you're saying. Evoke rules MTG. Honestly, it depends on all creatures in Lorwyn with evoke have it enters the battlefield ability. Okay, but that's not what I'm looking for. Evoke allows rather than pay, but if you do, you have to sacrifice it when it comes into play. Okay, so when it comes into play, would be if it's worded that way. Yeah, when it enters the battlefield. So yeah, wow. That's pretty nuts. Okay, well, should have evoked the Fury because this Mogwar Marshal is garbage. Thank you everybody for telling me that. ETB stands for enter the battlefield. Yeah, sorry. Thank you everybody for being up on that. I think I may be winning this game had I evoked this. As it stands, we'll still be in a fine position, but I think I would be in a better position. I was a little late to the party. Reading the chat. All right, so they oh, that's bullshit. This should stop all ETBs, not just creatures. But yeah, we can't really beat this card. We have to hope that they kept like a poor hand along with it because it's so good against us. So we don't have any way to sideboard against that either. I don't have Tarfire in the deck. And even if we did have the one of Tarfire in the deck, you have to either mulligan to it or like draw it naturally because you can't find it with Goblin Matron. So we're gonna play the Harbinger because it's got the most power. We're gonna evoke this thing. We're gonna find a basic mountain. And next turn, we're gonna start swinging for a bunch, but I guess now they just fetch a hammer with this, so we can't beat the hammer, right? Let's assume they fetch a hammer here. I'm just gonna concede to that. Okay. Just do your thing so I can concede. Very prepared. Yep, all right. Our double striker is not interesting. They would have just taken 12, so. So this being the case, I don't think there's really, like I'm saying, there's not a good way for us to beat that, so. Just gotta hope they don't have it. I wonder why they're playing that card right now. Like, I understand it's good against all the evoke stuff, but they haven't been playing it, and you know, the evoke stuff has been around for a while. I know a couple people have, but maybe this is just that. I'll keep this. This is a really good hand. You get to redraw with Snoop a couple times, and Yeah, I agree, Dragon Fodder. I've said it for a while. If people start playing Torpor Orbs and stuff, we really can't beat them. Like, you're not gonna, especially Torpor Orb, because it's like, I guess Tarfire, like, Crater Maker does deal with both Torpor Orb and that little angel that they just played, so maybe we would just like load up on Crater Makers. Yeah, and Elementals did win. Do I have it up? No, but Elementals is like the top 2 decks. Whoops. You see, I just type MTGG for Goldfish. I always liked that. That it auto-corrected from there. You can tell from my name I like GGs. Where is it? The last Modern Challenge here, you can see, right? Yeah, had two Elementals as the top decks, which is why I'm on this Blood Moon plan, because I was trying that. Little did I know you could just play this angel. Yeah, they have 4 Hushbringers in the 3rd place challenge list. Oh, that's so bad for us. Like, so bad for us. I guess we can draw double Mog Fanatic. That's how we beat that thing, which is good to know. Like losing to a New Age album cover. New Age, is that Christian music? Because if so, yeah, it does feel like that. Giver of runes to protect their stupid friggin' angel. I'm gonna Fury if I draw a red card. Well, we didn't draw a red card, but I think I do have to kill these. But I can't give up the Snoot. I should have just held on to the Mog Fanatic. But that's like, come on, you gotta be a genius to hold on to the Mog Fanatic. I probably should have just held on to the Mog Fanatic. There's no excuse here. The Kiki on top doesn't actually matter because we already had the combo. I guess it means I don't have to do the ETB, but I also have to then hope that there's a Skirk Prospector underneath here. Like Enya stuff. If Hushbringer comes in before I concede, I will I'll take a look at it. The Garda's Aid means no Hushbringer? They could still Hushbringer. They could also double hammer, so I do have to block. But I don't believe they would just, well, no, they couldn't. They couldn't give it pro red now. Yeah, so no attacks even. So we still have the upkeep stop. I have this silly begin combat stop because I've been playing Greasefang decks and Pioneer, but I'm gonna try to leave all of my upkeep and begin combat stops because I remember when I was switching back and forth before, I was messing up. So the good thing about this is that you don't ever lose to like Path to Exile after you've made your tokens, or like really you're usually worried about 1 mana pingers, but like they may just be doing this not realizing that it's useful for me, and just letting it happen, you know. But I'm gonna make, this is like 10. This is like 10. I'm gonna make like 5 extra because actually there's no good reason, so I'm not gonna. I might as well make a copy of this. That's so funny. Well, I mean, that's what the hat it's for. I gotta do it. It's been a while since the whole thing came off the top. This is just me laughing. I feel kind of bad for them, but what can you do? This would it beat Hushbringer? Yup. Can't really expect to be so lucky, can we? All right, 2-1 or 2-0 or 1-0 with a 2-1 finish. I'm thankful we got out of that one clean. I have been so busy today. I've been doing work stuff. I put together a TV stand for myself, like nice and clean and modern looking. It's white, which I didn't think I would like. Partner girl. This hand is like excessively fair, and I'm mulling to unfair. Oh, we're playing an excessively fair build. We have no fanatics. Did I just keep this hand? It's got turn 2 munitions expert, which sucks. Small again. This is much better no matter what. I guess you just throw back ringleader because we don't have the things to cast it. Aether Vial might not survive. I wonder. Okay. I was gonna say I wonder if I should reveal a munitions expert. I am hoping they're really going after delirium. I don't really know what they're doing. And now I'm gonna be able to reveal this Mog War Marshal next turn, so I don't have to worry about revealing whatever. I don't want to play the Battlecry Goblin out if I can avoid it. That's why I asked. This right here, by the way, is why Battlecry Goblin is good at all. Is all this, well, all these things, they do something or just add a lot of bodies, then Battlecry Goblin just really takes advantage of that. Don't abrupt decay me, bro. All right, Tarmogoyf, don't care about that. I think I would pay Echo. Snoop's a good one. I think I'm gonna do this and consider paying Echo because they don't have any creatures in the yard yet. I can kill Tarmogoyf with this munitions expert. Yeah, Traverse actually, in my opinion, must be better than it was back then because number one, people know how to build Delirium decks now. Number two, you have Dragon's Rage Channeler and really cheap, efficient 1-mana cards. So like, oh, are you kidding me? They just naturally have this garbage card in their deck, and come on. Well, now I'm not gonna pay Echo. They can attack. I'll block. So we're actually super behind now. Who is telling me they were not good at figuring out who the beatdown is? We're definitely behind here. Like, if we can draw the game out, we'll win. But we're pretty far behind. I think I'm supposed to play Snoop here because of the fetch land. So I'm gonna attack them for 2 and maybe take 4, I think. Do I want to draw that? I kind of do. They're pretty low. And I can double munitions expert into Battlecry Goblin. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play this out. Like, leave this on top. Take 4. Don't care. He'll probably kill my Snoop here is my guess. They're just gonna leave Coco up? Nope. X Drinker don't care. They're gonna level it up to a 4/4. Not even very good. Abzan Pile over here. Do we kill? Oh, I guess we can kill both Tarmogoyf and Hex Drinker. So definitely keeping this in play. As good as that is on top, I'm just not going to bother with it. Let's see if we get the combo by accident, and then we'll continue on with our other plan. Well, even better. Well, not even better, but on the current plan. So here we see Drino incoming, maybe. I hope so for our sake, but not for their sake. We can just let them resolve instead of... Okay. I think here... Yeah, so I just respond to this the way the stack works. And I target the Tarmogoyf. I was going to let it resolve. Slaughter Pact is insane, by the way. What year is it is, like, totally accurate. So now both their things die. They have to pay 3 mana next turn. I can't see us losing this game. I couldn't see us losing this game even if they didn't have to pay for Slaughter Pact. I guess they could just Plague Engineer me, and then I would be in a lot of trouble. But we'll see. Like, I don't think I come back from a Plague Engineer here. Although I have Battlecry Goblin and Pashalik Mon, so maybe. So this is like a straight up Jund deck. But it's Abzan, obviously. We could Void Mirror. They're probably playing Solitude, right? Is Fury any good? If they're on some kind of like aggro-y Abzan because they're playing that snake. I don't think I need to. They should have chosen not to pay for Pact. Yeah, that would have been good. Or at least funny. I mean, Smuggler's Copter Squee is actually going to be really good in this matchup. I don't think we really need to board. The question is, are there... Excuse me. Things that are worth bringing in? Like, they probably have really good artifact and enchantment removal, if I had to guess, right? Because they're Abzan. Like, maybe you side out a Vial or two. And what would you bring in? Fanatics? Fanatics are really aggro and we don't need to be. You could bring in Blood Moon because their mana is probably really bad. Shout out to Murmuring Bosk, though. I wish there was a deck I wanted to play with that in it. I just don't know if we need this Fanatic. Let's just run it back. We'll see how old school their list is. This is a fantastic hand. I don't know if I just run out the combo or not, but we'll know more in a second. Because, like, I kind of like the idea of getting Copter going early. Especially since their turn 1 is nothing. Like, no discard spell, no nothing. And I don't feel in a rush to beat them. Maybe I should. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, now I may need to be in a rush to beat them. They may have Kaldra here. Yeah, there's the Kaldra. So I can survive 3 turns from Kaldra. Actually 4, but like... I'm really tempted to play the Copter to pull removal out of their hand. And I think I want to. Because what Abzan deck doesn't have removal, right? So we're going to reveal this Mog War Marshal. Just play Smuggler's Copter and pass. So we'll play Snoop, we'll loot, and we'll play the fetch land before the Snoop dies, I guess, to see if we want to draw into something else. So here's the first 5. Yeah, so when I get 3 more turns is I guess what I was saying. It looks like a fatal push if I ever saw one. Do we want what's on top to get drawn? No. I'll grab Mountain. I do want to draw that. We don't have any way to deal with Cauldras right now. And then maybe they tap out next turn. Who knows? All right, so there's the path. And I'll take it. I think maybe we should be bringing in Blood Moon. Another Copter. Oh, now hopefully that's their one piece of removal, right? Don't do it. Wait, what? Why would they have another piece of removal? I don't even understand. What would drive a person to do this other than just having the game completely locked up? I think they must have it, but apparently not. Okay, they just don't. We did I'm not one to say my opponent played bad. I think they definitely made a mistake in assessing how dangerous Snoop was, because I could just draw it off the top and kill them at any point. But we did ourselves do a good job of making it look like the Snoop wasn't important by playing the Copter first and looting and things like that. So maybe they have a Slaughter Pact here and we're still dead, you know? But there's no way I'm not going for it and playing around Slaughter Pact. You can't. This is one of those things where when the bluff gives you no outs, like you have to take the one out even if and call their bluff, right? Like they may have done all this to be like, yeah, I've got Slaughter Pact, don't go for it, but I'm dead if I don't go for it. So here we are. It was definitely bad threat assessment. Yeah, the Skirk, I was ready to be like, oh, okay, they had 2 pieces of removal. We lose this game, right? You're going to lose games like that. But they made some mistakes. If I knew all the lyrics that come after that in that Queen song. Oh, yeah. They just asked, am I dead? Oh, yeah. Turn off. I think they thought I just got lucky last time, because it was them that I killed with the sling on top. No, it wasn't them. They said nice. They'd never seen it. Yeah, they're playing a super old list, and they misevaluated. But good games. They will learn. GM Miller, 1989. The 33-year-old phenom, GM Miller. You think it's Grandmaster? It must be Grandmaster Miller. That's a good. You think I did that 1989 math off the top of my head? You'd be mistaken. I only know that because I am exactly 30. And they were born 3 years before me. Sorry, all you Zoomers out there who thought I was young and hip. I'm only hip, not young. Knees hurt. I am 30 years old as of February. You keep this. I hope they turn to Blood Moon me. Just so I can laugh in their face. I'm just gonna turn one mountain. We even have the weird mountains in this list. These are the mountains that match my stream theme. That's why I got these way back in the day, before the Kamigawa ones came out. I wish I was 30. I still felt relatively young back then. Yeah, I still feel relatively young. I'm not gonna lie. I just like to joke about it. We are lucky that we're men, to be honest, in terms of aging. Those of you in the chat who I know, most of you are men. But the flex on you, 27. 27's a good one. So you think this one's an unholy heat? You think I can get away with this guy, or you think I'm gonna get dead? I think I'm gonna get dead, but I didn't play too. Ooh, good draw, good draw. Snoop on top. That's what I like to see. Oh, it's living end. Are they deterministically dead? No, right? Like, is they could leave up instant speed stuff? Yeah. So, is there a way? Yeah, I have to hold up munitions expert and pass. I would love to draw that off the top, but I can't. I'm gonna shuffle it to see if there's a Boggart Harbinger, because I would go for it. Oh, that's a good draw. All right, so now, I am still gonna hold up munitions expert. But I do believe next turn I get to matron plus go off and then have it all ready to go on the stack again, and then put a Battlecry Goblin on top of my deck. So they're like really, really dead here. I'm gonna do 2 damage to them just in case, but they're really pretty dead. When you turn body, you're 40, your body shifts gears. Yeah, I believe that. I'm doing my best right now to make sure I move the gear shift at least that far back. Because if you are, you know, you've all seen those old yoga people. They look great. Why can't I look great? So I should. I've actually been on a diet for about a week or so. How's it going, Muxus? Good to see you. Are you the Muxus from Twitter? I'm assuming you are. So we wait for them to put it on the stack. They put it on the stack. We will sacrifice our 2 things. Everything comes back. They get to look at the top cards of my library, I assume, although, yeah. So we'll let that resolve. We don't have anything special to do. I was saying I wish we had more flash spells. All right, so this comes into play. It doesn't matter what I pick to kill here because they're dead, but this is why I thought we had a good enough living end matchup to make it without graveyard hate, but the card we didn't see, the one and only Muxus. Yeah, I assumed, but then I realized like Muxus is probably like one of the most popular Goblins cards, so it would be like a dangerous assumption. So we just need to have black mana. So I will play this on Goblin. We will play Matron. And if they know the combo, they may know that they're dead already. If not, we'll well, I tutored it, but I'll play it from there. Deck is just going to be kind to us today. It's been taking 2 clicks to sacrifice my goblins the first time. And it's like throwing me off every time. So, get the Kiki. Now we have infinite mana, but we don't need it. It is more convoluted than it feels, the combo, because it is such like an easy one to execute, but I can see why people get intimidated and think it takes more skill than it does to play the deck, I think. I was talking with I guess it was Bodingle earlier, and he was making fun of the number of trophies I have, because he's like the meanest person ever behind closed doors. Like, he puts up this nice guy front on stream, and he's Johnny Depp behind the scenes. That's a multi-level joke right there. But I've always said, like, about goblins, and I think the thing that gave me confidence, there's no nice guy front. I disagree. I always said about goblins that the deck is like much better than I am as a player, and one of the reasons I play it is because I think if more people were playing it, I would be able to learn more, because there would be better players playing it that I could absorb the lines from. I'm not as good at making them myself. I'm like a decent player, but I'm not like a good player. I'm not trophying all the time. I play super loose. I'm distracted. We're on ley lines today, Muxus, because this specific deck screwed me the other day. Because I don't know if they play it main deck. I assume they do, because why wouldn't you? I got griefed. So I would find a hand with one relic in it and be like, yeah, this has my graveyard hate, it's good enough. And then I would be on the draw and they would just grief me. Not only that, but they also had ingot chewers, which, like, that was brutal too. But yeah, the ley lines were just doing a whole lot of nothing. So we're on ley lines today. And this is, right now, the 2 decks to beat are 4-color and Living End, and it's because 4-color is like the best deck right now, so everybody's playing Living End to beat it. Smuggler's Copter is just not good enough. I need to cut a bunch of stuff. I want to leave this in. Maybe I shouldn't be having ringleaders in though, and like these are just better than that. Oh, I want to bring in void mirrors too. I almost forgot that these are in the board. So I can cut the 4th ringleader, but I think I'd rather just cut the Fanatic. Like, the Fanatic is good. It can kill your stuff even without a Skirk Prospector in play, but I don't know. I think this is fine. We're off by 1 or 2 percentage points at most. So I was saying earlier that I built a TV stand today. My next stop is getting a coffee table that matches, and then maybe changing my desk. I really like the functionality of my desk, but it's like very heavy and black, but heavy visually. Like, it's like a black IKEA big L desk, and it's pretty messy. I won't show it to you, but You could keep this because you could just wait for the living end. There's way better hands than this. I'm just gonna mulligan to Leyline. If we had not good sideboard plans, this would... this isn't bad. You can actually turn to a Harbinger. I could turn to a Harbinger, which would then put a Snoop on top. But then if they turned 3, a living end, I'm in trouble. Let's just mulligan. This is much better than any of the other hands. Just gonna throw back these. Only cards that matter are things that make us resilient against living end. Otherwise, we have a ton of time and just need to play around like Odawaras and stuff if able. So we're just gonna get a Snoop, try to do this ASAP, and Matron will help us do this by turn 4. So that's good. I like Mogwai Marshal more than Fnatic. It ramps more with Skirk and could be relevant. If Fnatic could kill Snoop, it would be fine. Well, I kept all the Skirks in, but I don't think Fnatic... I don't think Mogwai Marshal ramp is super relevant. What are you ramping to with it? Out of curiosity. Because it's not how much mana we can make. It's like how many turns we get. Because we can cast all the things that we want to cast on those turns with the number of lands that you get. But like, I don't know how relevant the ramp is. But there's turns where like you have Snoop, Fnatic, and Munitions Expert, and you can use the Munitions Expert to kill the Snoop, then use the Fnatic to kill the Munitions Expert, and you're doing okay. So I assume this is a living end here. What do I do? Do I sack this Snoop just straight up? I think I do. Although they haven't cycled anything, right? So their living end is just a board wipe. So I would let them do that, right? Yeah, let's just go for it. Okay. Unfortunately, Matron shuffles. So... although I can just get... if I get to my end step without shuffling and without Snoop... if I get to their end step without shuffling and without Snoop dying, I win. Because I just next turn play this Sling Gang. So I'm gonna go for that. It's like the same as playing Matron and saying I win next turn, right? I don't think there's anything I would grab off the Matron that changes anything either. So we have to go for it here. Well, and we will. I guess we'll do it via attacking. Because why not? No, they just concede. Okay. Our deck is giving them to us today. 3-0. Quick 3-0 too. We started this at 7:30. Ugh. Wait till this is how I'm not saying we're gonna 5-0. I'm like totally jinxing it. Yes, I am excited for August. I was like, wow, how do you know I'm going on vacation? And then I read your name. I was exactly in your shoes, and then I went to Rhode Island like 2 years after I started working, and it was great. But yeah, I just want it. I'm going on a cruise in August, everybody, and it's going to be great. Why? I did wait until their end step. I thought I was in their end step. They conceded. So I don't know. I'll keep this. But I was saying, this is how like 5-0 lists with like super spicy stuff get put out there, and then you go and you talk to the person, and they're like, oh yeah, I just never drew that. It wasn't even relevant. We haven't used Smuggler's Copter except one time to bait a removal spell. Which admittedly is some of the power of it, but can't say that the Smuggler's Copter plan has been particularly good. This hasn't been bad. I'm very excited to get out of the city, to be honest. Battlecry Goblin, not a bad draw if things go sideways, but usually Titan will just kill you when they play it. All of our opponents have been a little fresh. It's just the 8 o'clock time slot. I should be logging in Wednesdays at 8. That's when all the serious players go get their hair done. Yup, Dryad get to play one more land? Yeah. But Dryad into a Grazer, into a Zeusa, into Titan. Calling it. You could jump in a league. If you actually want to know the softest times, it's like early morning stuff. Like, there's more variance because it's like degenerates up. Like, even the degenerates are usually tired. So, like, you know, 2 a.m. Eastern is when it, like, starts to get softer. We're going to look for the combo, because that is our way to win this game for real. It doesn't matter what I get here. I got a mountain. Okay. I think the thing to do is probably play Copter so that they can attack with this Dryad. And if they do, whoops, that's not a goblin. If they do attack with this Dryad, we get to loot. I've been playing Zephyr Boots in Pioneer, and oh my god, is it so much worse than Smuggler's Copter, because you need to actually deal damage before you see the next thing. So like, that hasn't been relevant. It's just awkward because of the timing, but it's like clear that they wanted to print a fixed Smuggler's Copter with the Zephyr Boots. They're still good, but it's a lot bigger investment than Smuggler's Copter is. So here, I think we're dead. I don't see any reason that we wouldn't be dead. Like, here's 6 mana per creature spell, and it's gonna be Titan. They're gonna get 2 Valakuts, and they're gonna get 2 triggers, and then well, I guess they're not gonna get 2 Valakuts here, but they could get 1 Valakut and it would fuck me up. Let's see how they act, and then we're gonna concede when we're dead. Not gonna make them do it. So they get Valakut and Slayer Stronghold. Oh, they didn't get the triggers yet? They didn't get the triggers yet because of a bounce land. They give this haste and vigilance. They're going to attack me. They don't attack with this. They get Valakut, Valakut. That's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. We're dead. All right. So, Void Mirror stops Summoner's Pact. Blood Moon, obviously. Fury, I guess, kills the Dryad. This is way too slow. We don't need to block. We're not going to attack through them, I don't think. Ringleader is probably way too slow. Unfortunately, we don't have 3 Skirk Prospectors, but it is what it is. We're just going to go like this. We're going to look for some combos and some Blood Moons. Those who don't know, I don't know how you would. This is the Jerry Garcia band. Usually just like I'm even more laid back Grateful Dead. Yup, Dead Before the Damage Step. It's a good deck. Very good deck. This looks like a banger. Oh no, I mulliganed by accident. This hand doesn't look like a banger. We're gonna mulligan this one away. I mean, you do have the combo out, but this is like the weakest version of a combo hand there is, so. Void Mirror doesn't do anything, but we do have Blood Moon to draw the game out. I think we want to go even lower than this, though, because like we don't have Blood Moon and a way to win the game, right? We just have Blood Moon. We would get to keep either Sling Gang or Trash Master. We'd throw back this Void Mirror. Although, maybe I have to keep the Void Mirror to keep them from, like, Force of Vigoring us. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not horrible. And our 4s are not likely to be better. Because on 4, you have to have Snoop, Harbinger, 3 lands, and you obviously can't do that with 4, so you're kind of hoping. So I guess because this has a plan, I'm gonna keep it, and we just have to hope to draw, you know, relevant cards. But we got turn 3 by them, right? And we got a mull of 5, so without seeing any decent hands. So can't win them all. Can't 5-0 every league, and rarely do we 5-0 any. So this card looks a lot worse than it is in this matchup. You saw last game, they Summoners Pacted, and that's what gave them the win. Well, this is good for us that we get to Blood Moon away this Urza Saga, but the basic forest is bad for us. Then we're going to commence the Prospector Munitions Expert beats. Now, something bad about this early-ish Blood Moon. Ooh, I'm not going to commence any Prospector beats. We're going to try to kill him. Fortunately, no Harbinger in sight, but a Matron or a Harbinger next turn I would be pretty happy about. We have 1 extra mana. Ooh, okay. Like that. Play it first. We don't find anything relevant. We do have a lot of extra damage now. I think I'm gonna pay Echo. I could also just sack this at their end step. Or no. They're almost at 5 mana, but no. There it is, double green. I spoke too soon, and they have the expedition map, which will go find them Boseiju. And then they'll try to Titan us. So I need to actually play a card that isn't Mog War Marshal next turn. Meaning not the Mog War Marshal Echo. So I'm just going to sack this now so I can put as much damage in as I can. Alright, so we got there, it looks like. Matron goes and finds Harbinger. Unless they have a dismember, they are dead. I probably should have sacked the matron. Is in play. They're basically the same. But the 1 damage is probably not relevant. So I don't think they have a green spell that gets them out of this here. Oh, and if they dismember, they haven't spent... Does Phyrexian mana count as colored mana? I doubt it, right? Put Kiki on top. They can't, like, Otawara me. I don't think Boseiju forces a search either. Yeah, they're just hoping I mess up. That was the game action they were allowed to take, but it is not good enough. So it looks like we're going to game 3. Oh no, this is game 3. Shit. Oh no, it says sideboarding for game 3. Wow, the thing knew before my client did. Crazy. Not a bad hand. Decent keep from us when we got pretty lucky. We'll run it back. I'm so thirsty. I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back. Oh. I didn't have to go far. My water bottle's right there. I think you keep this. So this is what I was talking about before, by the way. When I say before. This is what I talk about all the fucking time. Where people are like, Blood Moon's not good against Titan anymore because they get Boseiju, and it's like, it's just not how that matchup is played out. Blood Moon, like, they already had Dryad Arbor, or not Dryad Arbor, the Dryad that undoes the Blood Moon timestamp. So it's not like your Blood Moons were 100% anyway, and it's like to Boseiju you, they have to get to Boseiju you, they have to get green mana, which is already hard enough. It takes a long time for them to tutor it up. We may be dead here. This may be Azusa kill you. I hope it's Azusa not kill you, because then they're in a lot of trouble. Actually, the Dryad would be good too. For us. Yeah, Dryad. So now we erase this Dryad timestamp with our Blood Moon, which I'm a big fan of. They're going to dismember me? You got it. So, and this is the second part of it. They need to... like, the tutor ability is not enough. They need to have answers to both creatures and enchantments, which they might, but that's a fantastic hand for them, right? And it's going to be hard to beat that hand no matter what. But you now that we know they saw this, I think it's more likely that our Blood Moon sticks, right? I think I'm going to play Ringleader this turn, because next turn, I can't play either of these and Snoop. So next turn I can Matron plus Snoop, and that would be pretty good. I'm going to save this Fury, not only till I can cast it, hard cast, but until they have one of these guys that matters. Because right now this is doing nothing except giving them an extra land, and it's not relevant. So Auntie's Hovel, now functioning correctly. We'll play Ringleader. We'll look for some of our combo pieces so we can close out the game. Unfortunately, we find the opposite of a combo piece in that we pull Kiki Jiki out of our deck. But Kiki Jiki plus Fury is a powerful combination. If they play another Dryad next turn, I'm going to kill it with Fury, just hard cast. I'm not going to go for the combo. You can see, I don't know if they're holding lands or what, but Okay, here I am gonna go for the combo, even though, because when I say go for the combo, I'm going to set up to combo. Grab a Snoop, play a Snoop. Another Blood Moon on top. I'm not gonna play it because they could like force a Vigor one away already, so I'll just leave it. Yeah, there you go. They force that away, which means I may be playing Blood Moon next turn if I'm not killing them. Or if they're not killing me this turn as well. So maybe that's a reason I should have Furied away this Dryad. Although they only have 5 lands, so they can't get Valakut triggers on me. So actually, at my upkeep, I'm going to crack this Bloodstained Mire and look for a land. Actually, oh wait, they can just get double Valakuts here and do 18 again. I'm dead. Well, we should have Furied this away. We learn. This is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. I have no way to kill this on the stack. Good games. We could have won that game, I think. I think if we kill this Dryad, we're in great shape on this turn. And I didn't think through it hard enough. So, it is what it is. I said I was going to save it for a second Dryad because I figured they were struggling for colors, but they were holding lands. They were holding lands and just waiting to force a Vigor. I guess they drew it that turn, though. Not sure. I think you keep this. It's not great, but like you have Matron. This is like a really slow combo. I mean, I played that not as tight as I could have. I made a decision. I wouldn't make the same decision again now. But you know, it's fine. Mulligan, or do I keep? It's like this is a really good fair hand, which means that like this card and this card are bad. Does anybody know what Paraball plays? No. Yeah, free spells are real good. And I should have played my own free spell. I guess I'll keep this. I mean, if you mulligan hands that look like this, then half the hands in your deck are bad. But I mean, that's probably true. Well, I think this is a fine matchup here. They usually can't put on pressure fast enough, and we can kill. Ooh, that's a good draw. And we can kill enough key elves that to slow it down. We are on the draw. So this hand is even worse than it looks at first blush, but if they play an Archdruid, I believe I can kill it. I can't kill this Heritage Druid here. They have 3 more mana. I recently bought like all of the cards on MTGO for Pioneer Elves. Just nowhere near as good as this version of Elves. I'm just gonna kill this Heritage Druid, and we're gonna set up to combo on the untap turn. Grab a basic mountain. Keep our life total as high as possible. We will not let them untap with a million things in a Heritage Druid. MTGO has been super weird lately. I definitely clicked, and I feel like I heard the client click. You're still convinced Vengeance is better? Maybe. They had Dismember, though. Like, they would have Dismembered a Magus, right? That's why I don't like it. They needed both Force of Vigor and Dismember that game to beat us. And they had them. And, like, what can you do? Except win a little bit faster, right? So Should I block? What is this 2 mana up? Just gonna sacrifice Nurturing Peatland? I'm gonna block just because the only thing that matters is surviving long enough to combo. And I think saving 3 life is enough. I'm thankful that I don't have to crack this Bloodstained Mire. We'll grab a Snoop and cross our fingers. And we'll chump again. Yep, expected that. So they don't actually have any draws that kill us, I don't think. From what I remember about elves, this is it. I guess Heritage Druid would get them pretty close. But they need Heritage Druid into Azuri, which I don't know if they have enough mana to even make that worthwhile. They'd have like 2 5/5 attackers-ish, my guess. This is a Collected Company. Collected Company could do it. Because it could get both of those cards I just said. And have... No, they would just have 3 mana. So, like... I don't think there's a lot of things they can do to win. Even killing my Aether Vial doesn't do it. Yeah, that's not enough either, the Shaman. I'm at 15. If they got 15 elves in play, I would be worried about Heritage Druid and Azuri, right? But they could. So now they have Heritage Druid and Dwynen's Elite. So this is 6 total mana they have here. This could be Azuri. Then they tapped 3. Yeah, I don't think that there was a way for them to win. Ooh, Nettle Sentinels would have messed up the math, but we're fine. Great thing about Azuri is that it gives Trample, which is something I've noticed when playing the Pioneer Elves deck. That new guy, Elvish Clan Caller, does not have the ability to give your elves Trample. So we're going to play around Subtlety from our green-black opponent. And we're going to vial in our Boggart Harbinger. I agree that... Wait, I don't think Blood Moon is worth siding in against decks with red removal. Do you mean Mages of the Moon, or do you just mean in general, if a deck has red removal, you're probably not siding in Blood Moon against it anyway? I think it's a little bit more nuanced than that, but I respect that opinion for sure. I get it. You need removal, or you need Blood Moon plus pressure to win a game. And if they have red removal, it's going to be hard to establish pressure. So I get it. So I'm not sure they know they're dead. But they did just F6. This album has been great so far, by the way. It's worth whatever copyright strike I would get. This has been amazing. This is apparently a Keen State, I think. Blood Moon is good for... Yeah, it is good, but Mages is definitely not. True. Chalice is better in that matchup. The matchup is good both with and without both of those cards. I side in 2 of both of those things against that deck. You don't want to overload on either one of them because you want every spell you draw off the top to be live, and they both kind of do the same thing that say if this sticks around, you're gonna win. So like you just want gas to keep coming out. I almost put the wrong thing on top. I almost clicked that Boggart Harbinger. What? I should have said yes, but perhaps they don't know the combo. I don't They have K Command for Chalice. K Command also hits Mages of the Moon, by the way. They potentially have no answer for Blood Moon. That's true. That's a good point. They have, well, now they have Otawara, probably. They've even played Bogger from the top. I didn't even notice it was there. Oh, if I had clicked it, I still had the mana. That's true. Another reason to another reason to vial out your stuff. Crashmaster's not good. Blood Moon's obviously bad. Void Mirror, I don't think they play any stuff that's relevant against, so we're just gonna bring in Fury and Mog Fanatic, which are both fantastic. They clearly don't want to play a long game with us. They're gonna puke their shit onto the board. We have sided out Smuggler's Copter and Squee in every single matchup. We have never seen the Squee, which is fortunate, and only drawn the Smuggler's Copter once or twice. So this league has not been a any kind of judgment on whether or not Squee Smuggler's Copter is good. They don't run basic islands? I really doubt that. 0 basic islands? But Otawara, like, all right, so you don't mulligan for Blood Moon in the matchup. So you get into that thing where, you know, like Abrupt Decay, where it always happened to me with Abrupt Decay because I was playing Legacy, where you, we're going to keep this, by the way. We don't have a red card for Fury, but most of the cards in our deck are red. You run into that thing where they can float the mana because it is an instant speed thing. But yeah, that's why Blood Moon is good against Grixis Shadow. They basically don't play a lot of basics, and it's tough for them to get out basics and advance their game plan at the same time. But yeah, I'm with you there. You're about to see, hopefully, when we draw a red card, why Elves is not good in this meta, unfortunately. They don't really have a way to refill their hand after they get the shit furied out of them. And yeah, they also have just a couple key pieces, so that Munitions Expert last game really hurt them because it killed their Heritage Druid. A red card here would be amazing. Red card, please. No red card. I think I'm just gonna play Snoop. I don't think I'm dead to this next turn. I could be very close to it. And even if well, they have 3 cards left. So if I kill these, what could they play? And I could just hope to draw like Matron or something and then start really ripping. And I have this Sling Gang, which buys enough time if they don't have like a huge payoff. Next turn, this is 1, 2, 3. But maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. I have like 8 mana next turn. They're clearly not setting up to win next turn. But should I allow them to dump their stuff out? Because like if it's an Azuri and they get to leave up Regenerate, that is rough. Although, like, this Snoop helps me find red cards, so if they're not going to kill me next turn, I can, like, decide that that's good enough. I think I'm just... I think I'm supposed to do that. I think I'm just so far ahead. You can do it like this. Let's flex on him. With our game knowledge. And we will... I guess I'm going to thin the deck. You're not supposed to, but I'm going to thin the deck. Yeah, I'm not surprised that Spikes is the best built. I'm going to be honest. People are in general super greedy. I agree with you, Mutinic. I don't know if I don't know if I like articulated that Vial was the deciding factor there, but it was the number of cards in their hand and the Vial. It's like that. Yeah, I think I said we can start ripping with Goblin Matron. I meant like speed, like the velocity of things you can play as soon as you get anything is huge with an Aether Vial in play. So like that's what made me comfortable to do it. Obviously, I got punished as hard as you could possibly get punished here. Do I play this Boggart Harbinger out? I think I might as well, because one of our win cons here, have to make black mana to cast Boggart Harbinger. One of our win cons here is getting Pashalik Mons and Sling-Gang Lieutenant into play, I think, while they're low on cards. So I'm kind of tempted to put Matron on top. So that I can just like defer my decision and get an extra Goblin. Because I think I want to play a 4-drop next turn. I'm just not sure if it's Ringleader or Sling-Gang Lieutenant. So I'm going to put Matron on top. Matron is free because of Vial? Yeah, that's the idea. That is the idea. But I could Ringleader and hope to get Ashlik Mons, or Ringleader and hope to get like so many. I'm just going to keep their board clear. I don't think this is a good attack by them at all. Maybe they think that's a combo piece and they're like sort of afraid of it, but I don't think that was the right move. So I'm going to refill my hand here because they apparently think this is a long game. They have traded cards, I think, in a non-advantageous way. And it looks like we're going to have time to grab a Ringleader. Black, red, black. Cast my Croxa from my graveyard. And, well, that was, like, almost as good as you could hope for. I mean, it was 4 Goblins. Yep, that's what I was saying. That Mons plus Sling is really good. But I think I have time to do that. Even this is not that bad. Like, on the slow, grindy game, now that I have a board in play, like, I'm just winning. Like, a Pashlik Mons would be nice. Can I get it here? No. I can go search for it. I'm definitely going to kill this Reclamation Sage. I could kill their Llanowar Elf, too. Maybe I should do that so they're, like, nowhere close to Cocoing. In fact, I'm going to do that. Just going to pinch them on all of the mana fronts. And are they dead next turn? They're going to be at 15. I'm going to deal 4. They go to 11. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goblins to sack. No, but Heritage Druid, fine. I guess I should look for that Pashalik Mons, but I'd also just like put it on top. We're just going to look for a Munitions Expert. The best thing we could find here. You go, Hog Fanatic and Munitions Expert. Yeah. It seems like of all the tribal matchups, or of all the tribal decks, we kind of just sit at the top of the tribal heap all the time. Whenever I see a a tribal deck. Oh, you're way behind, Chris. But yeah, it was a sick draw 4. I just don't ever feel like we can lose a reasonable game. That was a good 4-1. So, do we crack these chests? Do we go back with a real deck list and do worse? Probably. We sided out Squee Copter every game. We never got it. Always crack. Wow. But you see, you're a dirty renter, and you have like disgusting sponsorships and stuff because you're a sellout. So like, I don't do that. So if I want a new card, I usually sell my chests for it. And this is like, how many tickets worth of cards? Goblins are the best. I've always cracked even when renting. Yeah, Elementals is probably the best tribal deck. That's a great point. Has 0 tribal elements to it, but you're right. Although now it plays the thing again. All right, let's crack. One at a time. One at a time. No, that's just greedily drawing out process for content. None of these look good. This is like worth $3, I think. Crag Crown Pathway. I already have 4 of them, unfortunately. So I can't even pretend that I enjoyed that. Yeah, this was pretty bad. Pretty bad. 40 play points too. It's like kind of a low roll on every single thing in here. What is this guy? I can't even zoom in because Magic Online is like upset with me. Play card preview window. Collection. Avatars. His name was like Agnes. Ugh. Will it not show him? All right. Oh, I remember this guy. This is a this is from the D&D set, I think is what this means. But actually, that might mean that I got it from a treasure chest. But I think this is from the D&D set. You always crack it. Adds to the frustration. Are you trying to give me advice to end up like you? Because you might start disregarding it. Let's just go with a regular. Let's do one more. I'm gonna probably end up splitting these into 2 YouTube videos now, just so it's manageable for people. Play with the deck we meant to play with. And do worse, like I said. Here is the deck. For the beginning, just making sure. Nothing interesting. Keeping Chalice. Thoughtseize. Whoops. I always think that this is the play button. For some reason, the play button is semi-transparent and down here, and the please leave this screen button is right. Whatever. Whatever. Have a good one, you two. Thank you for sticking around. Win the roll. Would you like to play first? Yes. Love my hair. This is a solid hand if it wasn't for the Kiki. I think we just need to look for degenerate stuff today. Well, I'm not going to mull to 5 looking for degenerate stuff. Thankfully, we didn't get punished too hard. I'll keep all 3 lands. Throw back to Sling Gang. Play Seer Step Pathway. Nice, a blue-red deck. Very creative. Very innovative. Most people wouldn't put blue and red together. They are enemy colors, right? But some people think outside the box when they play Magic. They brew up these wild concoctions with colors that they're not even friends. Like black and red are friends. That's why I play them together. It occurs to me that some of you are so new, you have no idea what it means to be an enemy color pair. Because it's not relevant at all anymore. I'm gonna grab a mountain here. You like what you're hearing? Because I'm hating on blue-red decks. I used to be a blue-red player. I was showing this deck box earlier. My Niv Mizzet deck in there, in case anybody was wondering. But I don't consider that my commander anymore. I have thrown away the blue-red lifestyle. Now I just play red. All right, so it's another living end one. Means we're definitely gonna let this die. Actually, are we gonna definitely let this die? Yeah, why not? Who cares? Not looking like living end, even though we all know it is. I was correct to look for degenerate shit. Grief is annoying. So do you think that there's matchmaking that takes your deck into account? Because we played a nonsense version of Goblins and we got paired against players who had outdated decks and like some less powerful versions of decks. Like we didn't see Grief in the last one and we saw Elves. I guess I'm gonna pay Echo here, right? Because I can get it in the yard. Do we sacrifice all our creatures or do we exile all our creatures? If we sacrifice all our creatures, I want to pay Echo. I think I do want to pay Echo. That's a decent draw. Kind of wishing that I could play it here, but it's okay. Living in next turn fucks me, but that's okay. I think you exile all your creatures. Shocking a green blue land pass, you say? Each player exiles all creatures from their graveyard, then sacrifice all creatures they control. Okay, so we do end up sacrificing this Mog War Marshal, which means we'll still get a 1/1 at least. I don't think they're just dead to Pashalik Mons, right? If they let it resolve. They may be. We can kill our Pashalik Mons with our Mog Fanatic, so we're hoping they let this resolve. They shouldn't let this resolve. Oh my god. I'm just like, are you supposed to play around things like subtle? Not that I could have, but like, how annoying is this? I'm gonna top it because I'm gonna crack this fetch if I don't want it. So we wait for them to put the living end on the stack. Do this thing. We definitely don't want the Pashalik Mons at this point. I don't think we actually gain anything other than the fact that we'll actually cancel this. Well, yeah, no, we want to stack this first, but we're only gonna have 4, so kill this instead of a Waker. I just don't. I think. I don't actually know. I don't know the how I really feel about free spells in general. But I will say, in Legacy, it used to be when Force's Will was the free spell, you're like, okay, can they counter my spell, right? And now there's so many different varied free spells that, like, I guess you can play around them based on the color of the deck you're playing against, but it's definitely a lot harder. Subtlety has just wrecked me so many times. And, like, I don't feel as if it should. It does. So we're gonna block. That's all we're gonna block. We take 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. I don't know what. I guess Battlecry Goblin off the top kills them, but it looks like they're holding up another living end, so I shouldn't have done this main. I should have done it when they didn't have a choice to do anything else at sorcery speed anymore. Let me see it. Nope. All right, we're dead. We're dead. Like, I mean, we don't have any draws that win after we block. Watching this makes you want to play Modern again? Why? Because I'm getting crushed? I'm not going to bring in the Blood Moons against Living End, I don't think. I am going to bring in all the Skirks. I think the Skirks are better than basically all the Fanatics. I think Munitions Expert. Probably not the best. Probably not the best. I guess we don't need these Mog War Marshals as much. Maybe I want... I could bring in a Blood Moon. The stream in general, not the game. Yeah. I've been saying I think Modern is the best format, especially since Pioneers just, like, you heard me railing against blue-red decks. Just every other deck is against blue-red Phoenix or blue-red Pile or blue-red Control, and it's like just so clear that blue-red is probably the best thing to be doing in Pioneer, other than Winota, and may still even be better than that because it's like one of the few decks that can fight against Winota. I think you keep this. I think you keep this. Do I turn 1 Thoughtseize or turn 1 Aether Vial? I think I turn 1 Aether Vial, turn 2 Thoughtseize Snoop, and it loses really hard to Grief. But although Aether Vial doesn't get out ahead of Aether Vial doesn't get out ahead of a Living End, but the Thoughtseize could buy us the time we need for that, but that's not reliable in general. I think I have to mulligan this hand. Wow, this looks like a good hand and it just isn't. This kills me. Is this the can't mull, can't win? I think I'm supposed to mulligan this. I think this is like the most disciplined mulligan that anybody's ever mulliganed. I guess I do have the potential for a turn 3. With a lot of outs in my deck to do that. So you know what? I don't think this is a mulligan. His turn 3 is fast enough. I hope that I don't have to play this as a black land. Ito GP says don't mulligan for their first message ever. Don't mulligan, believe in Goblin. The second message was even better than the first. Right. We're doing it. We're believing. Thank you, Ito GP. Mountain, Aether Vial. This is an argument to make this a fast land, Blackcleave Cliffs, but I think most of the time it doesn't matter, and I like the idea that this is an untapped 4th land more. For those who haven't heard me talk about that. Land? Sling Gang. So I think I'm gonna Vial plus Thoughtseize as opposed to just play Snoop. But I could just play Snoop. But then this Thoughtseize is rotting in my hand. So I'm gonna Thoughtseize. Usually I regret not playing the combo out as fast as I can. And this is gonna be one of those cases. Although we can beat Shardless Agent way easier than we can beat Violent Outburst. So Vial plus Thoughtseize seems better. I'm just taking every line you hand me. I agreed with you. That Street Wraith is actually a little bit painful. I was kind of excited that all their cyclers were 2-mana whales. Meant like, what just happened? Okay. Sometimes your MTGO does like a very slight shift, as if it's about to do something, and then nothing happens. It's hard to describe it. So they're probably gonna Living End me. And then I'm gonna untap and kill them. Good draw. Would have got there. Punished. But you know what? Sometimes you just get punished. If we lose, it is my fault for not going for it more aggressively. But if they drew another Violent Outburst, like, that sucks for us. But we didn't have it when we Thoughtseized them on turn 2. Here we are on turn 3. They've drawn 2 cards since then. Well, they've drawn more than that. They've drawn 3 cards since then. Oh, are you kidding me? They actually do have it. I think I'm just supposed to hold. I don't think I'm supposed to go for it. Yeah, I just have to hold. We're gonna play out this Sling Gang Lieutenant. Maybe this will force them to make a move. I don't like having... This is dumb, but I just don't like having all lands that only make 1 color. The Sling Gang hurts their Living Ends, so maybe they'll make a move because of this. But I know that they have 2 Cascaders, I think. I guess I shouldn't say I know, but I'm pretty sure they have the what do you call it? I'm pretty sure they have Violent Outburst, and I'm pretty sure they have Shardless Agent. Gonna bounce my shit? No. Were they just getting super greedy with their cycling? Like, what exactly is going on here? If they tap out on this coming turn, do I Violent Snoop, or do I still wait to end step to Violent Snoop? I think I still wait to end step. There's the off chance that they have Fury. Although they can't, yeah, they could pitch cast Fury with Violent Outbursts. I doubt they would. They could Grief me in response to an Aether Vial trigger. But we win on the untap. Oh. Because we already have Sling Gang Lieutenant. So they cycle. I mean, they would only do this if they had a land. I think they do have Outburst. They go for it here. So we're going to wait for him to put it on the stack. Do they have a Grief in the yard? No, no Grief in the yard. Put it on the stack. So if I Snoop, I get 1 extra point of damage. They go to 8. They'd be at 6. I mean, it's not relevant, but so I'm just gonna wait. Like I said, they could grief me after this. Although I don't know why you wouldn't grief before it. I think if you really thought about it, you'd grief before it, but I'm just gonna wait as long as I can. Remember when... Ah, see? Don't get greedy, guys. This is why you wait. So they're gonna shuffle away the Sling Gang Lieutenant. That's fine. And I'm gonna play Snoop on my end step, and we're gonna win. Playing around evoke by being patient was the topic I was getting at by saying I'm playing around grief or something. Forgot about endurance. Like I was saying, there's so many of these effects now. It's hard to play around all of them. Like they could have force of vigor, which means I shouldn't be yielding till their end step, right? They know what's on top of my library. We're both about to. Then I'm about to put whatever the fuck I want on top of my library. So they're dead. I think. Leyline of the Void on top. Wow, how mean of you. We are going to I mean, I guess we beat subtlety anyway, but because we can cast it from the top. This is why you vial instead of this matchup specifically is why you vial instead of casting your Harbinger when you have the chance. Ijiki. Having to untap with your dudes. The dangerous part of a combo. I think they were just playing well, Ito. You don't think they had it? I would guess you're right based on this. But they may also have been greedy. I don't know. The tokens are stacking now because I targeted the real one. So they don't like go into multiple rows. You're not supposed to target the real one. That looks like 20. Oh, I only needed 10. I'm sorry. Wasting everybody's time. I like go on to super autopilot. So they're dead. We're going to game 3. I'm gonna keep the same loadout, but I am gonna pee before starting game 3. So I'm gonna put on a quick like 2-minute ad break, I guess, so that people joining us don't get the ads. And I'll see you on the other side. You're just gonna be looking at the sideboard one way or another. Ugh. I'm back. For those of you with ad blocker, I guess I'm gonna put water in this. Let the timer run. And I feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Oh, all right, we're back. I'm pretty sure the ads are done. Hit and submit. Come take these guns off of me. I won't shoot them anymore. This is actually a pretty solid hand. It doesn't beat grief. Neither did the last hand. I can afford to go lower. There's also no good time to cast both Thoughtseize and Snoop, and Skirk. I think I'm gonna mulligan. Thoughtseize is the weakest of the hate cards. Skirk Prospector you saw because of the endurance is bad, so we can afford to mulligan. I think we keep this. We keep this. We throw back Kiki. We have a Chalice on 0, a Thoughtseize we can't cast, but an Aether Vial that all we need is to find 1 or 2 lands to make that like the best possible. So I think this is safe ish. They also didn't see. Ugh, what a painful draw. Maybe this was a bad keep. Maybe I'm supposed to be going to I think you're supposed to wait until turn 2 to play your Chalice on 0. I guess it could get griefed away. Oh, I'll fucking regret this if they grief this because they drew it. I should have just played it. I think 9 times out of 10 they grief you turn 1 if they have it, right? But they could have drawn it, and I should have been ready for that. That was a good draw. Not good enough to play Thoughtseize, but it means that even if we don't draw lands, we'll eventually get there with this Aether Vial, and this Chalice could buy us enough time. Although they may just like right here kill the Chalice, untap, put a 5/5 into play, but it's not the fastest clock. We may still be able to deal with that as well. All right, just a Waker of Waves, which means short of Force of Vigor, which is like a super blowout. Short of Force of Vigor, we're okay here, but we do lose to Force of Vigor. We lose to Force of Vigor, guys. This should just be Void Mirror. Hopefully they don't have a third land. They do. All right, guys, we got. I'm assuming we're dead. They do it at my upkeep? Okay. That doesn't really make any sense, to be honest. You should do it in response to my Thoughtseize, or you should do it like after I've played a creature. Because as it stands, if I draw Snoop off the top and then I draw land, I can kill them with Harbinger. They don't even know that I don't have the land for Harbinger. Like, this doesn't kill me in 1 turn, does it? 9. Oh, 9 plus 14 does kill me in 1 turn. Well, that's a good enough reason. All right, we just got clowned by our own deck. Yeah, that was rough. This is the second league with my real deck that I've just lost round 1 to Living End, which is a fine matchup. There's nothing wrong with our Living End matchup. We already beat it once. Do I only have 3 ley lines in this? Oh, I forgot about that. I meant to change that before I started. Not the biggest deal, but I don't like it. I wasn't mulliganing with that in mind. Huh. This hand sucks. Got Aether Vial, but like Kiki's kind of garbage. Biggins play fair decks. Biggins is in the 0-1 bracket. As are we, but I'm gonna keep this one. We'll throw back Ringleader, I guess. Maybe I keep a Ringleader, throw back a Fanatic. With the pseudo curve out. They mulled to 5. This may be Tron. My mulligan skills have been less than ideal. I've been like... I've been letting bad hands tempt me and mulling away good hands. I think I should have... I always say that Chalice isn't good versus these blue Cascade decks, and then I don't act on it. Okay, it's Hammer. We should be able to beat Hammer. Battlecry Goblin, not bad, but not good against Hammer necessarily. Pashalik, pretty decent. I will play it next turn, unless there's a Harbinger or a Matron on top. Makes your Mog Fanatic into a Shock. Which is pretty cool. It's better than a Shock even, it's like a forked. Oh man, I hope that they get Cauldron here. They get Colossus Hammer because they already have the 8 in play. We're gonna kill their only equipped target. We're just gonna swing into them because if they don't decide to block, we can kill it at instant speed. But I wonder if they have double hammer. It's like pretty likely that they have double hammer, given that they opened, like, given that this Stoneforge Mystic fetched a hammer, I feel like. I'm just gonna kill this. Just make sure none of their targets that can swing can get hammered. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Double Cigar Aid. Well, that's not them. Do I Ringleader or do I Battlecry Goblin? Battlecry Goblin makes me swing for 3, 6, 9, 10. It's the same number of turns either way. But Ringleader gives me more options next turn. So let's just do that. Ringleader has the chance to find me like Sling Gang Lieutenant, which probably also kills them. Ashlikman's on top saved this game, by the way. Only the Matron, but that's fine. They go to 9. Battlecry Goblin is super lethal next turn because it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. They can block, and we'll still kill them. They're looking for answers. Hopefully they find none. It looks like we win. Will not count our chickens, though. So this kills them, and this overkills them. I'm going to play the fetch land, and I'm going to overkill them. Maybe they are playing Lion Sash is the reason, I guess, to do that. They have one blocker. So we got there. Got a little bit lucky, not going to lie, to have that Patchlick Mons on top, but it's in the deck to be drawn. We're going to Thoughtseize them. We're going to Chalice of the Void them. We're going to Trash Master them. I don't think Skirk Prospector is very good. I don't think you want to turn 2 Blood Moon, the deck that just played 3 basic planes. I know that they have Urza Saga. I just don't think it's good enough. We'll keep that. We'll keep that. We don't want to play a long game. You can't necessarily block all their hands. We could side out one of these vials. I think last time we went down to 1 Mog War Marshal. We said we weren't going to attack with Battlecry Goblins, so it didn't matter. Yeah. What Pioneer decks have you guys been playing? We're going to mulligan this. I'm also going to mulligan this. I'm going to keep this. We likely will not win this game. I'm going to keep Den. I'm going to keep Auntie's Hovel. I guess the fetch land. So we'll throw back these two. Because I've been looking for fun Pioneer decks and trying to brew them and being unsuccessful. Brenton Forge Tender, probably not good enough this game. I hope that they think that that's good against me. I'm going to play this Den first. I mean, it does have Pro Red, so if they Sigarda's Aid plus Hammer here, I'm like actually in a bunch of trouble because I don't think I can survive long enough. But not particularly good against me, I should say. So this is going to search up a Hammer, I assume. And then they'll Sigarda's Aid plus Forge Tender as next turn. Sort of Feast and Famine. Discard and untap all lands. That's fine. They're going to hit us with that if they have... Can't hit us with that next turn. That's good. But it may mean that they already have hammers. Can't kill anything. I guess we can... No, we can't even target it. So I'm going to put this Snoop into play. And Prage. That's a decent draw. Like, it may force the sack on Forge Tender if they play a 1/1, but it's just... There's the sword. I think that puts them dead. Yeah, that puts them dead. So I think they kept a couple mediocre hands, which we were guilty of the last game as well. So can never blame them. That thing is free to play off the top, but I'm not going to bother. It's free because you play it with a red mana, then you make a red mana with it. You just get to see what's underneath. Relevant when you don't already have the combo in hand. It is irrelevant right now. They could Solitude us. It is not out of the question for a what looks like mono white hammer deck to be playing Solitude, especially post board, but the mono white hammer decks look a lot like the Oswald decks that I've been building in Pioneer, just like these white and artifact mid-range piles. But I should definitely be not targeting the original Snoop once I get one out, because if they do Solitude us at an inopportune time, I can just like do it again at my upkeep and hope to draw a Matron or something. So there is relevance to not doing it with the first Snoop. Been losing my train of thought mid-combo. One of the good things is that Renton Forge Tender, although it gives protection from a red source, you have many different red sources on the table, many different Snoops that you could sack to. So if somebody ever tries that Jedi Mind Trick on you, know that you can beat it. Same goes with Auriok Champion. You can beat that card too, even though it looks like you can't. What other cards can you beat that look like you can't? I don't know. All right. We are playing against Elliot F. Superscript. What does the F in Superscripts mean? Like if you make a Superscript F. How do you beat Auriok? Just respond to the life trigger with the next Snoop. Exactly. You end up having to let one of the Harbingers gain life trigger resolve. So don't get yourself with that. Just make 1,000 Snoops. We're going to mulligan this. We've been looking for degenerate hands all night, and this one's not good enough. This one is actively bad. I think I don't leverage the fact that Goblins unmulligans very easily by, you know, playing one tutor. So I think I should be mulliganing more aggressively. I don't think I could have mulliganed to 4 in that living end matchup. I don't really... Well, I actually won that game where I didn't want to mulligan to 4. The next one, though, I think I should have mulliganed, right? Because I don't think I was at anything that low. Okay, so this hand functions on the edge of reasonability, but... what did I throw back? Munitions Expert? I should just probably throw back these two. Keep the Munitions Expert. It is a turn 1 Vial, but it's a 1-lander. And your Vials are not likely to survive, although there hasn't been a ton of... Man, my client has just been laggy for days. It's like not that it's open for a long time. I think my computer's graphics card may be dying. I'm not sure. And this isn't graphically intense, but I think with the video on the left screen and this on the right screen, I think it's just getting too much for it. Another mono white-ish deck. So another Hammer Time deck. I think we should be fast enough, even with just this Vial. A land here would be fantastic. Land is fantastic. Do I even play it? I think I do play it because the chance that I draw another land is pretty high, and they're not going to be playing any main deck removal. There's the land, getting rewarded. Oh man, the blue-white hammer decks though, they actually have been playing Aether Spellbomb, and it's been wrecking me. Like, just the card Aether Spellbomb. Like, the last 3 or 4 times I've played against these, a lot of them play Urza, but they don't necessarily have to. Just get beat by Aether Spellbomb because I wait too long, or they delay me long enough. It's sucks. It is sucks. So we'll play this. We'll play our uncounterable blue mana fueled Boggart Harbinger. And they should be scooping momentarily. Unless they could have Solitude, like I said. Don't look like. I think I should boot up a Pioneer League after this, 2 Goblins Leagues. I don't know what I would play. I have like a really bad Orzhov Greasefang deck. I recently sold. This is the most Moto statement you could ever make. I recently sold my legacy lands to buy 2 more copies of Fable of the Mirror Breaker. In paper, I sold it would have been like $2,000 worth of cards to buy a $3 rare. But I sold my Taigas and Badlands because I just haven't been playing Legacy. I don't want to play Food Chain. I don't even want to enter into the Legacy realm right now unless I'm spending like $400 on Painter, which you guys, I should put a donation goal up in case you guys want to be so generous, but you shouldn't be. I don't need them. I almost put Kiki Jiki back on top. Man, this is like the 3rd time tonight I am like losing my train of thought during combo and barely catching myself. So same plan. We'll Thought Seize him. We'll Trash Master him. Don't think we want to go for the Blood Moon thing. Although it is good against... Maybe we should be playing Blood Moon because it's good against Urza Saga and their blue-white lands. Like, blue-white actually doesn't have great mana. I think we can easily do that and not hurt the rest of our game plan. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we can't easily do that and not hurt the rest of our game plan. Because I would want to be able to turn to it. But I'm also just looking for combo hands, so maybe this is too many Blood Moons. You know what? Let's try it. Fuck it. This is 3 Blood Moons. What do we cut for the 4th? Vile saved our ass there. We have Mog Fanatic as another copy of Sling Gang, but... Three Blood Moons is enough. This matchup is fine if you go really fast. Like I was saying, I've been getting wrecked by Aether Spellbomb. I think I keep this. I want to say I keep this. There's a lot of Skirks in the deck, which makes this a little bit better. We can fetch a basic Swamp if we top deck a Blood Moon, but most importantly, we have Snoop plus fetch land, so it's a chance to just combo them. And we have some interaction too. We don't care at all about Esper Sentinel. Vile is rough. I summoned it. Vile is rough to play against Esper Sentinel because they do get to draw a card, but it is still worth it to play it. Imagine if the decks that played Esper Sentinel were actually Esper colored. So this Urza Saga is gonna wreck us, which is unfortunate. It actually means, so I'm gonna play Snoop. I'm gonna pass it back. It's gonna have 2. Oh, they already have the Pithing Needle. Okay. So we need to find a Trash Master if we're gonna combo them. Never mind. They chose to Aether Vial. So that's fine. Definitely snooping here. I mean, Aether Vial is a choice. Like, I get it. If they have a Path of Exile in hand, then it makes a lot of sense, especially. Ooh. A good card to have on top, isn't it? Because now if they try to kill my Snoop, I get to destroy whatever I want. Which is good. Probably going to be Aether Vial. Well, probably going to be Pithing Needle naming Aether Vial. Stoneforge probably going to go find the Shadow Spear, which gives us a very tight timeline. Do I... So I kind of want to flash in this Stoneforge Mystic, or flash in this Munitions Expert at my upkeep, and then sacrifice it to the Trash Master to kill something else. They have a Colossus Hammer that they're about to put on this. And hit me for 10, so I guess I'm going to kill the Colossus Hammer. That'll be a neat play. Oh, but I can't use the Aether Vial to do it. So I lose my combo potential, but I think it's worth it because we're just reshuffling anyway. I think I gotta do it, right? So we get to kill Stoneforge Mystic. Actually, oh, I totally should have probably killed the Ornithopter. Because now if they have another hammer in their hand, it's bad for me. Munitions Expert. Wow, what a great draw. Well, I actually can't. I don't know why I thought it was a draw. I'm in a little bit of trouble here. I'm gonna have to chump with this Snoop, which sucks. But then I'm gonna have Pashlik Mons plus Trash Master in play, and I'm gonna be drawing a Munitions Expert to then keep their board even clearer. So there's that. But I do have to chump with this Snoop now. A Blood Moon off the top would be horrendously bad here, so I kind of regret putting them into my deck. But if I had drawn it like a turn earlier, this Urza Saga is just like so much worse. I don't think I'm gonna play. Maybe I will be playing it. I don't know. So the good thing about them having to get it off the Urza Saga is that this loses flying. The bad thing is that it's a free card off of Urza Saga. So if they have another thing, I'm just dead. And now they go get another thing, right? So when they reveal another Colossus Hammer, I'm going to concede. Damn, dead. So we're gonna go to game 3. We're gonna be on the play. I think our deck is set up to win just fine. Mog War Marshal is looking like it's gonna be a lot better than a lot of the nonsense we're doing with the Blood Moon Skirk plan. But it does prevent Urza Saga, which more or less is what killed us there. Just the tempo off of it. It is a close call. There's a lot of O2s over there, aren't there? Maybe this Mod Fanatic just isn't that good. I'm gonna keep it like this. This is an experiment. Who cares? I've been getting notifications from Snapchat about people adding to their story as if I haven't logged into Snapchat in forever. I click it to clear the notification. It kills me, but I guess I'm teaching them that I click their notifications, which is bad. Gotta mulligan this. This is another garbage hand. All right, we may lose here. We may lose. We may also get a sick mull to 5. Nope. Going to 4. This is a mull to 4 where... Okay. What do? You chalice on 0, play Aether Vial. Then you chalice on 1? I think so. Oh, I can't even do that? Do I just keep chalice and vial and just chalice on 1 next turn? Because I don't care about their... I don't care about their 0 drops that much. I guess I have to do this. And then hope to draw snoops and shit. I can't even chalice on 1. Can I? Because Auntie's hobbled. I have to play Aether Vial before I play chalice on 1, unfortunately. So I just have to hope to draw a goblin, which admittedly my deck can do. So maybe we'll get there. At least get to casting a 2-drop on turn 2. There's the 0. They Sagardizade here. Like, not good for us. Okay, they Colossus Hammer. That's not good for us because that means they probably have the Pure Steel Paladin. Yeah. All right. So we at least found the Harbinger. We do have the upside on the table of being complete luck sacks with 100% known information if we do get to combo them from here. This chalice is... Oh, okay. No second white mana for the Pure Steel. So we've bought ourselves a turn, but we've set a timer on this game. So next turn I can vial in Matron and play Snoop. And they won't really have any way to deal with it other than a Pithing Needle, which we may find a way around. Whip it. Now they have double white. Not gonna do it. Okay. Snoop, choose you. Save myself. Save me from this mull to 4. Now, they can just totally grab a Pithing Needle here. So, we're not out of the woods by any means. The Kiki is a decent draw, as is the Sling Gang. Because if the best they can do are these construct tokens, we can block them for a while. I wonder if they'd name Vile or Snoop. They're both good names here. Because I can't cast the Harbinger and they know it. Oh, they fucked up. They fucked up. They don't know the combo, I guess. I don't know. They fucked up though. We want to say no. We'll see what's on top. Another Sling Gang. They're probably cheering to themselves in their head right now, like, yeah, the perfect name. I named Sling Gang and they drew it, and then they had another Sling Gang on top. Sorry that that's not how it works. I'm not. There's one option. If this was game 2 and I was going to game 3, if you're in like hyper competitive grinder mode, I could kill them with not just Sling Gang. Like I could kill them with Mog Fanatic on top, or I could make infinite mana and like play this Kiki and then make a copy of Matron and go get Pashlik Mons and kill them that way. But like I'm going to show them for their own sake that this is the wrong name. So yeah. Turn off auto yields, click, click. Stack the deck. Sling Gang. It is Snoop with the abilities. That's why this doesn't work. I think, I mean, I was going to say I think their odds are better naming Snoop because in the long game, maybe they find a way. And yes, obviously any game that lasts longer than the amount of turns that this one did, they have a better chance of winning. So it's like a nothing statement. They should not have named that. We're kind of just getting handed some games tonight. We lost to Living End, and I don't think we should have, but sometimes you just lose. Sometimes you put 3 ley lines in your board and forget that you said at the end of the last Modern stream that you really wanted 4 before you started again, but at least you guys see that there's continuity in the episodes. Somebody was saying, it was Bodingle. Shout out to Bodingle if you're still there. He's probably streaming by now. That they didn't like the aesthetic of getting a trophy with a good deck on their like MTG Goldfish profile. I don't even remember where I was going with this. It was about Living End, but I can't remember. Oh. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Shouldn't have pulled up that Hammer Time list. He railed my train of thought. Just fried today. We get all our trophies with goblins over here, so our aesthetics are minimal trophies. Playing against Azja. A good name. I mean, this is like the best mid-range hand you could possibly have, so I don't think I really want to mulligan it. And you can find Snoop, so. I know I said we were looking for degenerate things to do tonight, but this is like top tier mid-range. This is like S tier. And it is a blue-red deck, so Dragon's Rage Channeler, prepare to die. I'm just gonna main phase Munitions Expert to kill it. Oh my god, could they delirium it right here and just make me the maddest person in the whole world? They don't, but I think they could have. Use the ability. I guess I'll save my life total. If I draw a Snoop, I have to... Well, I guess I don't have to crack it. We're going to keep the Mod Fanatic a secret. Alright, so this is Counterspell they have. So I'm going to just probably not cast anything this turn. Just flash in violin, a Mog War Marshal. Yeah. We'll attack them for 2. Did I just miss? All right, they should be at 16. I missed. I'm almost positive that I clicked that, but whatever. Sometimes you miss. Looks like they would just be at 1 less. So actually, no, they'd still be at 16 here. Whatever. It's only a probably really important 1 damage. But blue ledger shredder. Okie doke. So I'm gonna vial this in. If they kill one of my things, this actually has the chance to get bigger. It won't necessarily get bigger. That is a mistake what they just did. Because I can respond, and I have 3 goblins. So your guy is dead. They jumped the gun. I think I'm gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay Echo. Am I? I might as well. I can't cast the Snoot if I get it. I'm just gonna get a Battlecry Goblin, right? Maybe that means I should pay Echo, so I can vial the Battlecry Goblin in an end step, but I wouldn't. I really want to like play a 4-drop. I'm not gonna pay Echo though. It's close. I maybe am supposed to pay Echo, but here you go. That I really wanted to play a 4-drop. We got rewarded. Whoops. Well. Oh man. I almost clicked no on that because I didn't have my Cavern of Souls in play. And I wanted to like put that in play first. Not relevant at all. I almost messed myself up. So Ringleader, hopefully. All right, we get a couple. And we get a couple stinkers off the top too. That is a lesser known positive of Ringleader. Even when you don't hit goblins, you don't have to draw those stinkers that you were gonna get. The old EI. Are they gonna? Pretty sure they passed. Oh, they conceded. Okay. That was one of those Moto did the hesitation move, and you're not sure if it's about to move or not. I think you still bring in Chalice on 1, even though Ledger Shredder's really good. I think Thoughtseize is good. I don't think any of the rest of these cards are very good against them. So we need to find room for 4 cards. Very easy. You can't really combo them. So you take out the Kikis. And we're going to play a long, grindy game. We could take out another Harbinger, but I like that less. I kind of have been enjoying taking out a land. You could take out a Vial. I think I'm going to take out a Vial. The Chalice and Thoughtseize, like with, you know, that's all kind of awkward, but if you're sticking to Chalice, you're in good shape, right? So, think 3 vials is fine. This hand kind of stinks. It's not good against Ragavan because we're on the draw. Kana doesn't really do anything for a while. It's okay though. It goes 2, 3, 4 with a pretty wide board. So like maybe if we can... Although, you know what? Against the Archmage's Charm versions, I actually really like Cavern. So I'm going to keep this. If they have a super aggressive hand, we're in a little bit of trouble. But I think we're okay. And not a super aggressive hand yet, so. Ooh, I'm happy with that too. We'll Chalice on 1 next turn probably. And we'll probably just Matron for Battlecry Goblin, Gang Lieutenant the turn after that, and then just like kind of try to set up for a long pressure game. This feels like they have a counter spell, to be honest. So I should have definitely played Den of the Bugbear already. That was a mistake. Do I Chalice on 1 and get it countered, or do I just... I think I just Mog War Marshal. I don't think I worry about the Chalice on 1 here. I think they must have a removal heavy hand, but they could also have a counterspell heavy hand. But this plays against both of those pretty well. Maybe once they see that I have Cavern, they tap out for a bunch of stuff, and then I get to resolve a Chalice. That's what I'm going with. I don't know if it's right. People have asked me like what my sideboard plan is in these matchups, and my advice is play good, because it kind of doesn't matter what you have. I think they have a removal heavy hand. I expect like a whole bunch of digging here, like expressive iteration into a bunch of other stuff. Man, this Den of the Bugbear is gonna fuck me because I didn't play it correctly. All right, Ledger Shredder into probably Unholy Heat or something. Yeah. So this Ledger Shredder's gonna grow, but it's pretty slow, and I feel pretty okay against it. We're gonna play Den of the Bugbear and put a Chalice of Void into play. And we now have like, we know the time limit of this game because of Ledger Shredder, although they could just like Murktide the shit out of us right here. Doesn't look like it though. I think they would have Murktided last turn instead of playing this Ledger Shredder if they had it. I think I'm just supposed to play this Gang Lieutenant. Yeah, and then next turn I can Matron plus more Marshal. They may have like Kozilek's Return. Make blue mana. Have them shaking in their boots. Everybody's afraid of blue mana. So they can't have Unholy Heat. They can Otawara this Chalice of the Void when they finally draw their Otawara. There's a basic island. Archmage's Charm, drawing 2. Nobody ever targets me. Their Archmage Charm. What a tragedy. I actually said that to a Murktide player, and they targeted me and then won that game. I was in such bad shape. That's why I felt the need to make the joke. Wow, more attacks. They must have like a huge Murktide coming, right? But we can kill him real fast. This could be Snapcaster Unholy Heat. But it wouldn't be Snapcaster Unholy Heat, obviously. So I think I'm just supposed to swing. I don't care if they get the Gang Lieutenant. Its damage will get through regardless because I get to sack it. So I'm just dealing 4 here no matter what. And now I really need to get the Battlecry Goblin And to get that, I need to resolve the matron, which is why I'm using the cavern. And then I'm not going to cast the goblin. I'm going to cast a goblin, not the goblin. I always do that. I'm going to cast the Mogwar Marshal instead of anything else. They could dress down us. It's a card that hasn't been on my radar at all. I only ever play around it by accident. I've not even been thinking about it. Could be Blue Moon, so I'm just going to get this. You are allowed to loot, my friend. Go for it. If they find Kozilek's Return off this, I will be mighty sad. I'm drinking so much water. I'm gonna have to pee again soon. I don't know how long it's even been. Sorry. Checking who else is streaming right now. I don't know why. Shouldn't be concentrating on this game. But I have the disorders. Playing Slay the Spire? You ever notice, like, I don't know. I was thinking, like, if you guys don't know Everos, you should watch him. He's a good modern streamer. Well, he streams everything now. But he had never played. Yeah, there's the Chalice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had them at 1. And so now this is gonna kill them. How's it going? Oh, how do I make you into my artist? Let's do that. I'm glad you showed up so that I could get that going. Roles manager. Sugar Peachley. Give her another role. Artist. I don't know what editor means. You could edit my videos? Doesn't matter. You are now an artist. Let's refresh to make sure it took. They're going to dress down us. I am not going to sack my entire board in response to dress down, believe it or not. I could have. It may be the correct play even, but I'm not going to do it. Looks like it took. So if you refresh, now you may see a sick artist badge next to your name. I see it. It looks like a CD, but it's a paintbrush. Sugar Peachley made our emotes, which even if you don't want to follow, you can just do this. You can just do exclamation point emotes and the bot will do it for you. You can make them bounce around on screen. I think they're thinking about how dead they are, but they removed the Chalice with Otawara and then just didn't play any 1-drops. So, like, I don't know what that was about. I'm probably gonna play Blingang Lieutenant as opposed to Battlecry Goblin. I should have sacrificed this last turn. I could have done it at end step. I should have. They should probably kill this if they can at upkeep. They choose not to. So dress down here doesn't actually beat me because this is 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. And then at end step, this goes away and it's the 8th damage. So I'm just going to wait till end step and then they're dead. I actually have super over lethal. Because at end step, I will stack them all with this thing. I don't think that there's a Slaughter Pact in this deck, although we did get Slaughter Pacted today. 1, 2, 3. Pile's going okay, Steve's Train. Oh, I never changed my I never changed the title. I played Copter Goblins the first league by accident, so I changed the title to that. Now it's just regular black-red goblins. Just regular goblins. The regular old matchup. We lost game 1 or match 1 to Living End this time. We beat Living End in the last league. We're gonna go for the 4-1 again here. We 4-1 with Copter Goblins, and now we're gonna 4-1 with regular goblins, I hope. I'm gonna take a tiny break so I can pee, because I've been drinking so much goddamn water. I'm gonna put a 1-minute commercial on, because it's gonna take me at least that long. Go get an ad blocker so you don't have to watch them, because it's only so that people don't get pre-roll ads who don't have ad blockers. I get no money for this, unfortunately. So enjoy looking at, I don't know, it was Doctor Strange commercials last I checked. So I'll see you in 1 minute. I'm back. I didn't even put up the be right back screen. I should have. Play the league match. The commercial's not done. I don't even know. It'll take at least that long. Pet the yellow bird. Oh, Mr. Boodingles redeemed that 3 hours ago? How did I miss that? Yellow bird's over there on my TV stand. I'm not gonna get it. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Can I give you a refund? And effort. I'll do it. Viewer reward. Panel point. Manage reward. Oh, that's not how you do. Is it on like Unity activity? No. Not that. Who knows how to do that? Maybe it's in the mod tools. Not over here. Probably is. Get to mod. Manager. Yes, I'd like to play first. Sid Storm. I don't think I like this hand. Hand looks a lot better than it is. I have no idea how to do that. Manage requests. Here we go. Mr. Bodingles. Can reject it? Yeah, I think that gives you back all your stuff. This hand is not good. They also mulled to 6. And they're a storm player. I don't think they're actually a storm player. I think I mulligan this. That's like pretty bad. You throw back Pash like Mons, you have Mog Fanatic, nothing. Goblin Matron, not like super excited about that. I think I'm gonna mulligan. Not much better. I think I have to keep. I don't think I can go past 5. I'm gonna throw back land Lieutenant. We at least have an aggro hand. They kept 6. We don't want to shuffle because we'd rather our land and Lieutenant be at the bottom, I think. I'll play a Blood Crypt tapped. Pass the turn. They're at 3-0, so we're dream crushing right now. It looks like Yawgmoth based on just Verdant Catacombs, but yeah, it's Yawgmoth. So our aggro start is not fantastic, but it is what it is. They will not have removal for this, is what that means. We will get to play a Matron into an Expert into activating Battlecry Goblin, I guess. We won't be able to kill this anything. They only have 1 land, so that's decent for us. We do need to play a red land to activate this twice. Not that we are even close to activating it twice, to be perfectly honest. If I could threaten the activation on a Wall of Roots, I wouldn't be doing this first main, but I can't. So I think they can Yawg us next turn and sack their whole board. Then they'd be at 2 lands. It's not too scary, but I do think I want the Expert. I guess I could also just Snoop plus. But you know what? Munitions Expert is like a Stone Rain here. So we're gonna just Munitions Expert plus activate next turn. You get a Yavimaya off the top, no doubt. You have a ton of cards to be able to see. This is why Battlecry Goblin's not a great plan against them. If this is a Chord, they can do it for 3, which isn't great. I'm gonna kill the Wall of Roots, I think. They're just gonna Chord for 3 here. Oh, they can Chord for 4 because of these Wall of Roots. All right, so I'm just dead. They have 2 Undying creatures. They're gonna draw like 20, and I can't get creatures in play because they have enough garbage to prevent me from doing that. So we're gonna Thoughtseize them. I don't think we want Prospector. I don't think we want Trashmaster. Sometimes they bring in Needles. They used to, at least, but Needle's been a bad sideboard card for a while. Chalice isn't great. Void Mirror is okay against them, but Chalice is not great. I think all we've got is these Thoughtseizes. I mean, you can bring in like a couple value ley lines, but I don't think it's great. You're really going for a combo plan. Maybe it's worth it to just bring in all of these and like go really aggressive on the combo plan, and like maybe the ley line buys you time to find your last Harbinger. I'm willing to try that. Leyline is okay against them. It's not great. I just happen to not have a lot of sideboard cards for them in this version of the deck. So we could have brought in Skirks in some number, but I think this is fine. I think Thoughtseize is legitimately good against a deck like this. Like, one of the only ways you have to interact with Eldritch Evolution or something like that. What's that card? That boar that prevents players from sacrificing creatures? That's like the only thing I can think of. So this is a good hand. This is like a great hand. So we're gonna Mountain Vial. Turn 2, we'll probably Snoop plus Fanatic. Turn 3, If this was a Skirk, we would be in great shape because we could Matron plus Harbinger. As it stands, we're just going to be slowing them down. But it's still a good hand. And there is no way that I would throw it back. So this is going to be our last match, regardless of how this goes, I think. Because it's 10:30. I don't want to start another league. Do I? Answer is almost definitely no. So, ooh! Said that would be good if it was a Skirk. And they played the thing that Fnatic is terrible against. So good for us. Conditions Expert on top, also good for us. We got pretty lucky there. Not gonna lie, there's only one of these in the deck. And I requested it. But you know, that's one of the things about Goblins that makes it so good. It's like this big soup of cards that once you get yourself into certain positions, you're like, so many more cards become outs. And it's part of the reason that people think it's like a really hard deck to play. Because it's hard to recognize all those outs. Well, sometimes the deck is just better than you are, though. And it gives you everything you might need. So here we make infinite mana. We cast Goblin Matron. We go get... We could get Boggart Harbinger, but we already have infinite. So we'll just go get Klingang. Could get Pashalik. So many things you can get. I don't think anybody's playing anything with split second, so I'm gonna probably just grab probably gonna play Kiki Jiki off the top and then grab Slingang Lieutenant. They told me just cast a card and they'll concede. It takes me like 30 more seconds to actually do the combo right way. So I'm gonna do it. And we got there. So Yawgmoth is very interaction light because their whole deck is designed to find Yawgmoth, and they're very good at doing that. And once they have Yawgmoth in play, they draw cards, they gain life, or they don't gain life, but they draw cards, they kill creatures, they do everything with that. Like, very different from ours, where the Matron goes to find you the thing that does the thing you need. It's like not a toolbox, their deck. It's like just the Yawgmoth is their Swiss Army knife. So it's a commander deck, essentially. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I've never thought of it in that context, and that's very funny. I kind of want more of these Skirks in, but like, how do I reasonably put more Skirks in? Like, Expert is great. Fnatic is great. Maybe Battlecry Goblin comes out just for a second Skirk. Do you keep this with 2 Snoops and a fetch land? Not really fast enough on the draw. If they had a lot of removal, this would be a good hand. I think it's fine. I think this is fine. I don't know. It's hard to throw back Snoop, redundancy, and a redraw. Maybe I'm crazy. I think I'm gonna thin my deck. Because basically I'm on like... Wait, no, there's math that that tells me what to do. Ooh, Aether Vial, good draw. I actually don't know if I'm supposed to thin my deck or not. I always say that you probably shouldn't thin your deck because you're more likely to draw a Snoop than that land that you're pulling out. That is a decent ramp card, isn't it? Are they really about to... They were waiting to pay costs. What was that? What did they click? That's a very good draw. I'm going to play this Snoop out. There's no thinning. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Leyline off the top. That's a reason to get a Blood Crypt instead of what I just did. I should have been thinking about that. That's like, I say I don't play that tight. That's part of it. So next turn, we get to play Matron to find Harbinger. And then they may feel good killing Snoop. And then we just vial in a second one. So that's like... It's part of the shield we currently wear. They're all about keeping one-landers. What is this? Can be a 3-mana card at most. Grist. Okay. Sacrifice everything to kill my Grist. They know I've got a Leyline. They have 1 land. I think I'm fine here. I'm gonna get a Blood Crypt because of what I said before. Gonna Matron. Gonna get Harbinger. I'm gonna pass the turn. Guess who's got a Snoop in their hand? I'm sure they've guessed it. But this doesn't look like it's gonna be enough to stop me. Yes. All right. We went 4-1. We lost a Living End, of all things. For only one of the 5-0s. What did we lose? What did we lose to in the other league? I don't remember. But we lost the Living End. We're going to crack these 5 chests. And we're going to sign off. If this is your first time here, consider following the stream to get notifications when we go live, because this is what we do all the time. So if you liked this, at least put it on the menu for yourself. Put me in the sidebar. If this is not your first time here, I know you're probably already following, so thank. 2's not bad. And we I don't want to say we punted. Oh, we lost to Titan, but we kind of punted it. Like we didn't play around Force of Vigor killing our Blood Moon. They had a Dryad Arbor in play. Not Dryad Arbor. Dryad of the Elysian Grove in play. And we had a Blood Moon that was canceling it. And then they killed the Blood Moon with Force of Vigor. And then untapped with the Dryad and killed us. Whereas had I killed the Dryad, they would have needed to, even if they had another Dryad, they would have had to use mana to do that, even if they could kill our Blood Moon. And I should have done that. So 8-2 with not the tightest play, I guess. A neat Iganjo. And a bunch of really bad cards. I don't think any of these are playable. Furnace of Wrath is neat. I mean, I like that card. It's in Modern, but not good enough. Platinum Angel, not worth anything. Royal Assassin, also another cool card. This has a lot of cool cards that I like, including Tuk Tuk. Goblin, I don't know, Aristocrats type card. I don't know how to describe it, but a cool Goblin card, but nothing great. Anyway, just racking up them play points and not them tickets, but we'll keep opening the chest. I know people like seeing it, and someday we'll get something good. Anyway, if you're, I gave the Twitch part of the spiel, but if you're watching on YouTube, you should also consider coming to, what the hell is this on the main page? This girl is tatted out of her mind. You should consider coming to follow us on Twitch so you can chat with us in the stream like everybody did today. Steez Train, Sugar Peach, Colonel Crab Cake, Edo GP, Mr. Bodingles, Mewtwo, CPB, Lord Muxus. As much as I'm scrolling up. Dragon Fodder, Choop Chutney. Thank you everybody for coming to chat, because that's the whole reason to stream, instead of just sitting alone in your apartment doing a whole bunch of nothing, but playing Magic Online by yourself. So we're gonna raid one of these smaller streamers, even though I do like a lot of the streamers I saw up top. You know what? Nobody's playing a deck that I think you guys would like, so we're gonna go with Fluffy Wolf, who is on a modern deck, Black Coffers, which I like. It's a fun deck. So I hope you guys enjoy that. What is it? Fluffy Wolf 2. Probably won't be there for very long, but thank you for joining us. I hope you have a good night too, Steez Train. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.